Welcome to the Redvee TV Instant Fan Reaction, supported by A-Star Recruitment for the 2021 season, as we reflect on St Helens' 22 points to 14 victory over the Warrington Wolves here at the Haliwell Jones Stadium this evening. It's your odious pair of Scouse turds back once again to deliver the smackdown.
How very dirty. I might be odious, I might be a turd, but I'm not Scouse.
Paul Gleave, please come into our comments. Why a man for man just as good as Saints? Well, not on tonight, showing you weren't.
You know what, before we start getting into any of that, that was a terrific game of rugby. A terrific advert for Super League. Considering the dire show that was put on beforehand for the Cass-Wigan game, that was a wonderful, wonderful game of rugby. Saints bossed the first 30 minutes. Let Wire back into it for a bit, and then I didn't see Saints. Once Saints had scored that try, the first try of the second half, didn't see us losing it.
There's the sensible analysis done. Now back to the baiting.
Yeah.
First off, Lewis Dodd and Jack Welsby in the halves. Welsby created the first try with a moment of magic. Lewis Dodd got the second with another moment of magic. The future's bright.
The future is bright. You know what? They're going to face tough tests. They're going to face tougher tests than they got tonight. And that's not me baiting Warrington fans. They are going to get tougher tests than that tonight. And it's a good learning curve for him. But listen, when Jack Welsby can get his hands on the ball, he makes things happen. Lewis Dodd gets his hands on the ball, makes things happen. And Jack Welsby tonight, I said it the other week, he's like a senior player. He's not like a 20-year-old lad playing rugby. He's getting in there. He's more
rugby.
like...
That sounded Scouse. That's your Widneesian.
That is the new Widneesian, yeah. He's like a 27, 28-year-old seasoned professional playing. It's scary because you don't want to heap all the pressure on him. You really don't. And it's difficult not to get carried away by how good he is. We've just got to remember that he is still on a learning curve, but let's enjoy when performances like that are put in. You've just got to enjoy them, haven't you?
I thought the first half hour we were absolutely excellent. Probably one of our best half hours of the year. The intensity dropped a little bit when Big Al went off and the interchanges happened, and it allowed Wire to get back in the game a little bit. But let's be honest, it was probably 2 moments of brilliance from the one Wire move that they've got. Basically go down the short side, dink it over the top and try and make things happen. We seem to cope better with it in the second half, but listen, if somebody scores good tries against you, you've just got to sit and take it, and it allowed Wire to get back in the game.
Yeah, that's it. You're surprised when we go in getting beat, because after half an hour you wouldn't have turned around and said, yeah, you're going to be getting beat at half time. I think Morgan Knowles going off as well. I think a lot of the work that he gets through, people do notice it, but once he goes off and once he's missing, like he didn't play against Castleford, and we lost that game. And listen, he's not everything, but he's a vital cog in there as well. You're right. You know what? That especially that second try, I was applauding it. I thought it was a fantastic off the cuff. What rugby league, and what were we saying about Warrington not just playing grub, slow down rugby? They throw it about. All of a sudden, there's a wonderful game of rugby league there. Yeah, we're coming away with a victory, but there's a wonderful game, some great tries, and as you say, we caught with it in the second half, because if you do it 2 or 3 times and teams wise up to it, you've got to switch to something else. That's exactly what you've got to do, just switch to something else. Williams is still bedding in here though, so I'm sure that will come, because they have got an NRL tried and tested, as last days of KR on Twitter sent in to us. They've got an NRL experienced, tried and tested halfback partnership there, and we had 2 young lads, and we've come away with the victory.
Some of Wire's tactics did remain, some that we spoke about in the preview show. We're not surprised though, are we?
No. I was, you know what? I was having a great conversation with a loose Wire.
Which one?
That's his Twitter handle. I was having a great chat with him, and he'd asked me who we meant, and I'm not going to name names here, who we meant, but with the HIA stuff.
Every week.
Every
big game.
Yeah, and it's you know what?
He's just unfortunate, isn't he?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, if he keeps copping these knocks, if he keeps getting headshots, we've obviously got to watch our tackling technique when we're going into it.
And you know what? It's just really good that we've got such good medical staff to be basically on display now, to be able to highlight these things and make sure that the players stay safe.
Yeah, play welfare is paramount, isn't it? It's absolutely paramount. So if he is copping them, and he is a bit older as a player, he is a bit older. So if he's copping these head knocks and it's going to seriously affect him. I mean, he does wear a scrum cap, but if he's copping these head knocks week after week after week in the big games,
it's a worry, isn't it?
It's a worry for his future career and his health after rugby league, isn't it?
But really good to see that he was able to come back on and take further part in the match.
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
That is definitely main thing.
Second half, Wire was trying to get on the front foot again, putting that little kick over the top, kick out wide. We dealt with it well. We got a little bit lucky with the ricochet that came back off a Wire body. I thought at the time it was off us. But good refereeing allowed the play to go on. And Joe Batchelor with a moment of magic to steal the ball and send Mark Percival away 65, 70 metres downfield with the world's greatest handoffs. It was Meninga-esque.
You know what? The kind of the rugby brain there from Joe Batchelor to take the ball off Jake Mamo and then pass it inside. But then Mark Percival to switch hands as he's running with the ball and get the handoffs in so he could get over pretty much unchallenged. It was tremendous. It was great to see. It's great to see after the start to the year he's had where it's been stop-start, seeing Mark Percival in full flow.
Do you remember when we had Saints fans wanting Mark Percival gone?
But listen,
come back to us.
He's a classy centre. He really is.
He's the best in the league.
I'd say so. And listen, tonight, who got Sky Man of the match?
Jack Wellesby.
That doesn't.
Oh no, sorry, Mark Percival. Mark Percival, sorry, I lie.
Well, it could have been either of them, really. I really think it could have been either of them. Morgan Knowles, obviously. I think Sione Matautia always goes well as well. People are probably expecting something a little bit more explosive from him, but I think he always carries well and he's always looking for that offload. Yeah, I'm just getting me in here. I've got good lighting, although it is shining off my 5 head.
I thought it was the floodlights.
That's what's bouncing off him. But yeah, that's it. See Mark Percival back in full flight and using his rugby brain to get over there. I mean, even if he'd have been pulled up short, he'd have still been clever enough to switch hands and try the handoff. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And yeah, I'd say he's the best centre in the league, but I am 100% Redvee tinted spectacles biased.
You're not, you're odious.
I'm on odious.
We're odious.
Odious scouts.
I wonder if the comments will be less from the Wire fans and our comments tonight. Will they all disappear until the next time they come around?
I think they'll still call us a pair of odious scouse turds. And you know what? If they haven't got onto the fact that this is like shooting fish in a barrel, then there's no hope for them.
It is brilliant though, isn't it? We said on the preview show, have a look at our comments, and they didn't let us down. So thank you for giving us the highest rated preview show of the season so far, and helping us with our statistics.
Well, our partners, I'll call them,
are very happy indeed.
Yeah, they're very happy.
A-Star recruitment. Do recruit throughout Warrington, so if there's any Warrington fans looking for a job, please check out the A-Star recruitment website, and I'm sure they'll help you out.
You can click through our website.
Indeed.
Find job of the week.
Or if you really want to move to St Helens, which, well, why wouldn't you? JBB Leach, our estate agents. Yeah. Houses go quickly in St Helens though, so be quick.
Yeah, right. Nice push that. Should we get back to the rugby?
Yes. Once we got that lead, we never really looked like relinquishing it, did we? Once we got onto the fact that George Williams was going to run wide, short side on the last, and we kept tight grip on him. I think that was Wire's one tactic gone.
Yeah, and I think that a couple of times I'd be disappointed if I was a Wire fan with the last tackle play, because you look at that is an obvious thing that they're going to. But a couple of times they've caught in possession on the last. It's gone over to the other side, and it's ended up with the winger, and the play's just stopped in the winger centre position. So I'd be a little bit concerned about that. Maybe they're trying not to show the full hand, but as I say, Williams will fit into this team a little bit better as the weeks go on. It won't be the last we see of Warrington, because obviously we've got playoffs and that to come. It's a good win for us in cementing second. So
second is actually now ours with, I think we need a draw from any of our last remaining 3 games, assuming Warrington win all 3. They're the stats for tonight, see?
Good stats.
Good stats. So, yeah, essentially, if we beat Catalan on Saturday at Magic, we'd be relying on winning our last 2 and Catalan dropping points against either Huddersfield at home or Wigan away. Definitely not going to happen. So, essentially, pretty much we'll probably be playing that Warrington team again in the playoffs at the Totally Wicked. Anything to worry about?
Well, yeah. There's always something to worry about, because if we got our noses in front and then they had to play catch up there. If it's the other way round, like when we played at the Totally Wicked, and this is me being sensible here with it, like at the Totally Wicked, there is always something to worry about.
I did actually say at half time that I felt, with Wire being 14-10 up, if they'd have gone and got first score of the second half,
they'd have closed the game out.
The game would have been a different game. It would have been slowed down completely. There'd have been a lot more injuries at the play the ball when Saints are on the attack. That's where we struggle to cope tactically, isn't it? Yeah. Bit like the 6-2 victory for them in mid-June at the Totally Wicked. So, yeah, hopefully that gives us the confidence to play that sort of game again. Wire tonight tried to play it more expansive and they come away with a loss. So you can see why they come and play the grubby rugby, can't you?
You can see why they slow it down. Listen, we were doing slow play the balls at the end of the game, but you're always going to do that in the last 2 minutes. You don't need to do it 20 minutes out from the end. And I think that's where your game smarts, but your gamesmanship, it does ruin the spectacle. Listen, it's an entertainment business. Winning pots at the end of the year is the key thing. But you don't have to do it 20, 25 minutes out. You do it in the last couple of minutes when you're 2 scores up. You've got no chance of the other team coming back and scoring with 90 seconds left on the clock, have you? So
another great atmosphere created tonight in the Saints end. Not entirely sure what the game getting stopped for the pyro was about, or the fireworks, because I didn't see any. Nobody else in the ground could see any when the game got stopped. Apparently the fire alarm had gone off. Saints fans joined in with "Is there a fire drill?" which I thought was quite witty at the time. But once again, I actually thought, the thing we do now is when we've got teams pinned on their own line and the crowd get up for it, and it sends the Saints defensive line in hard every single time. That forced one of the knock-ons tonight.
The Ole.
The Ole, every single time. I don't think the fans, or I hope they realise the influence they actually have on the game at key times. It forced at least one knock-on. We didn't capitalise on it on that occasion, but it's really good to see the way the fans are in tandem with the players on the pitch at the moment.
They've been absolutely tremendous tonight. There was a flare set off. You could smell it, and then you saw a little bit of red smoke. So,
good fire alarm then, isn't it?
Yeah, there was a flare set off. But yeah, you're right. The fans were absolutely incredible tonight. Absolutely brilliant. I've been stopped numerous times in there. In fact, I was stopped by a fella who said that he knows you. Says he watches our videos all the time. Said he knows you from when they were setting up like the ISSA, the Independent Saints Supporters Association.
Oh, that's going back to 98, 99.
But he did say he remembers you when you were that thin. So he's not noticed your diet anyway.
Hey, this time next season, I'll have wasted away.
I thought you were going to say we'll be millionaires.
£9 since the 1st of August.
All right, well done.
And I've not done shakes. But if there's anybody out there who would like to sponsor us with some shakes,
we'll get like Yazoo or Yop though.
Full fat version.
We're going to end up with protein
milk.
shakes. Yeah.
Not a Mackey's milkshake because they haven't got any left.
Got any, no.
But yes, we could get fat and do one of them Saints training videos running up the steps at Totally Wicked.
But you get fat. Too late.
What else can we catch tonight while we're here? Right, I think that's enough, isn't it? Magic on Saturday. Is it now a bit of a damp squib given that, yes, we'll go and try and win the game, but essentially it may not affect our league positions?
No, not at all.
Is it a damp squib as a weekend as a whole, given it's so late in the season and there's not a lot riding on it for many teams?
Yeah, possibly. But as you say, we still need a draw from our last couple of games. I'd rather just keep winning. Yeah, I'd rather just keep winning. Because, listen, for some reason, there's no draw after 80 minutes, which is an absolutely fine result. There's no need to put players through, play a welfare, and would they play another 10 minutes after it. It's not a damp squib, as in the case of the season needs to carry on. We need to get our partnerships, our Lewis Dodd, Jack Wellsby partnership, which Lomax has been ruled out for at least for 4 weeks, I think they said.
Will we be cheering Wigan on the last game of the season, hoping they beat Catalan to give us the league leaders? Come on, Wigan.
It won't happen.
Come on, Wigan.
It won't. No,
say it, Kev.
I'm not saying it.
Say it,
no,
Kev. Come on, Wigan.
No,
even if it benefits us.
No,
come on, Wigan.
No.
You said to me before you were going to be there.
Didn't.
You said to me you were going to be the 18th man, and you were never going to stop.
I did actually say never going to stop.
See, who do you trust? Who do you trust on this one?
Probably me. It's still probably me.
Trust this odious scouse.
I'm the only one wearing colours, so.
Odious we are, Kevin.
Yeah, we are.
Odious
turds.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and if you're a Warrington fan, we'll see you again in the playoffs where you can watch our preview show, give us the best ratings of the year, and call us odious in the comments once again. We're getting it on a badge. Catch you soon.